Good morning. This is Robert Kaars Sijpesteijn bringing you this morning's market update. Looking to the US, investors pulled billions of dollars from US equity funds for the second straight week as fears of a slowdown in China continue to reverberate through global financial markets. The pace of withdrawals accelerated to $12.4 billion in the week to January 13th, with stock funds suffering the largest two-week period of redemptions in 10 months, according to fund flows tracked by EPFR. Investors raced into the haven of the US dollar, with money market funds counting $24 billion of inflows. Figures from Lipper showed funds investing in US government debt attracted $1.9 billion, the highest level since October, in the latest week. Despite a negative week yesterday, saw indices pull back slightly. The US 500 added 35 points to close on 1,925.88. US Tech 100 gained 87 points to close on 4,270.75, and the Wall Street jumped 241 points to close on 16,399. With US indices rising yesterday and a surge in the dollar for the safe haven of gold continued to slide downward, dropping $18 to close on $1,077. Brent crude added value, gaining 91 cents to close on $31.11 a barrel. However, is currently pricing under $30 a barrel. BHP Billiton has revealed a huge hit from the sharp fall in oil prices with a $7.2 billion write-down of its extensive US shale assets. The asset impairment, which equates to $4.9 billion after tax, is the largest announced by the Anglo-Australian group during a wrenching commodities downturn that is devastating the mining and energy sectors. BHP, the most valuable miner by market capitalization, has always been unusual in the sector by virtue of its significant oil business. It vastly expanded its exposure to oil in 2012 when it spent more than $20 billion on US shale acquisitions. The impairments announced on Friday mean BHP has now written off almost $13 billion on the deals in which, in addition to the purchase cost, it has committed more than $15 billion of capital investment. The group said the value of its onshore US assets now stood at $16 billion after depreciation and amortization, and including $4 billion of deferred tax liabilities. Andrew Mackenzie, chief executive, said oil and gas markets had been significantly weaker than expected. We responded quickly by dramatically cutting our operating and capital costs. While we have made significant progress, the dramatic fall in prices has led to the disappointing write-down announced today. BHP will significantly reduce output from its US fields, cutting the number of rigs to 5 from 26 a year ago. In Europe, the Germany 30 gained value, adding 147 points to close on 9,921.1, and the UK 100 added 128 points to close on 5,988. In UK corporates, BT has named the date for the completion of its £12.5 billion takeover of mobile phone firm EE after being given the green light by the Competition and Markets Authority this morning. The CMA said although the deal would create the largest telecoms business in the country, it was not expected to result in substantial lessening of competition because the two groups operate in largely different spheres. BT welcomed the news, which has paved the way for the deal to be completed in a matter of days. The telecoms giant share price also lifted on the news, up 1.7% in early trading. A prospectus will be issued in the week commencing January 25th, with the deal set to close on January 29th, when Deutsche Telekom and Orange will receive shares in BT. BT will report its third quarter results for the current financial year on the 1st of February. After the deal has been completed, EE will be integrated into BT fully. Over the coming months, there will be a distinct EE line of business following completion of the acquisition led by Mark Alera, who will become the chief executive of EE. In today's corporate news, Fiat Chrysler has denied allegations by two dealerships in Chicago which accused the company of inflating sales. Today's economic data in focus at 9:30 in the UK, Bank of England credit conditions survey for the second quarter are released. At 10 a.m. in Europe, the trade balance for November is released. At 1:30 in the US, the retail sales for December and the producer price index for December is released. and at 2 o'clock, Fed's William Dudley will give a speech. That's all for this morning's market update. Thank you and goodbye.